Hi and welcome to another video. In this video I want to take a quick look at using the status functionality for debugging. Now I've done a video about using the status and the status node, but what it's been used for, what I've been using it for previously is for displaying status information, which is as the name implies. But it's also very useful for debugging. And the case in point is here. I've got a flow. Well, it's not really relevant what the flow is, but this basically is a contact. So if the contact is open after a certain time, it's going to trigger an alarm. So you can see here it's saying it's not triggered at the moment. Now the information for that is stored in a flow variable, and here's a flow variable over here. And it's stored over here in this one here. So triggered or not triggered. Now the problem with it is when you're actually trying to debug it, is that you're constantly having to go from here, injecting it, and then looking at over here on the flow and refreshing it constantly to actually see whether it's been triggered or not triggered. So I find the status functionality very useful for giving you a quick update on particular variables. So in this case I'm going to look at this variable, but I might also need to look at all the variables or several of the variables, and I can do that here in the function node. Now this is where it's going to get changed in this function node here, so it's ideal to put the actual logic in here as well. I could create an extra function node, which I've done here, and it's displaying the entire object. You can see it here. You can see it's quite a long thing here. It's displaying all of this, and all I'm doing here is injecting that every second. And you can see here I'm picking up the rules, and I'm stringifying the rule and displaying it here in the message. Probably seen all that type of thing before, but so either a separate function node or in the actual function node itself, the one that's actually changing the variable or configuring the variable. So here it is in here, and this is before the function node returns. I'm setting the status, and I'm setting it just to the value triggered. So if it's triggered, I get a text called triggered and I get a green fill, and if it's not triggered, I get a red fill. Now you might want to add a bit of extra logic in here and sort of say debug, so you can only have this being displayed if you've enabled debugging, and so you can have a variable in here that says debug yes and or debug no. Okay, but very useful. It stops you from having to keep constantly going into the sidebar here and refreshing the variables you're interested in. So let's just go quickly through it and see how it works. I've got the simulator here, which basically can open and close the door. So I'm going to open the door and then go back into this thing here, and let's just deploy it as well. Refresh everything, and I just click on here. I think every 20 seconds once it's actually set. So once the door's open, we need to wait 20 seconds. Now I'm clicking this manually because I'm debugging this flow. Normally you would have this set at a particular interval. And so here you can see it's triggered. So just another use of the status node, and I find it very useful to actually help debug or easily debug flows rather than keep messing around here in the debug sidebar. Okay, so that's it. Very quick. I hope you found it useful, and that's the end of the video, and until next time, bye.